Welcome to Chitku's Classroom.
Everyone, welcome back to Chitku's Classroom. So today we'll be learning about properties of multiplication. So let's learn the first property. The first property is multiplicative identity. When a number is multiplied by 1, the product is the same number. Okay? So look, for example, let's take a number. When a number is multiplied by 1, so let's multiply 21 into 1. The product is the same number. The product means the answer of the multiplication question. The product is the same number. The product is 21. It's the same number but not 1. Okay? When we multiply a number by 1, the answer is the number itself, the same number but not 1. Okay? So why look, 1 times 1 is equal to 1. It's the same number. Okay? 1 times 2 is equal to 2. 1 times 32 is equal to 32. It's the same exact number. Okay? So that's why one is called the multiplicative identity. Okay? So let's do this. 999 into 1 is equal to 998 into 1 is equal to 998. It's the exact same number. If we multiply it with so if we multiply a number by 1, the product will be the same exact number. The product is the answer of the multiplication question. Look, it's the answer of the multiplication question. Okay? So one is called the multiplicative identity. Let's learn properties. This property is called zero property of multiplication. When a number is multiplied by 0, the product is 0. So let's multiply a number by 0. So let's multiply 900 into 0. What is 900 into 0? The product, that means the answer, is 0. Okay? So let's multiply 1000 into 0. So it's 0. So let's do this problem. So this is a big problem, right? But here is 0. If there is a 0 in any multiplication problem, the answer is 0. Okay? In any multiplication problem, even this big one, there is a 0, right? If there is a 0 in this multiplication problem, the answer is always 0, okay? So now this one. Commutative property. The product of two numbers remains the same even if we change order of the number. So, look. 7 3 is 21 and 3 7s is equal to 21 too. So 10 times 6 is equal to 60. 6 times 10 is equal to also 60. So even if we change the order of these numbers, so for example, let's write 10 here, and even if we change the order, the product, that means the answer, still remains the same. Look, here is 60, here is 60. So if we change the order, right, even if we change the order, the product will still be the same. So that is commutative property. Okay, so now let's do this property. Associative property. The property by the product of three numbers remains the same even if we change the order of grouping. So it's just like the associative property in addition, but it's multiplication. The product, the answer still remains the same even if we change the grouping. So let's see. 3 times 4 is equal to 12 into 6 is equal to 72. Okay? So now let's do this. 4 is equal to 24 and the answer is 72. Okay? Even if we change the order of the grouping, so we changed it, right? 4 is here, we changed it. And 6 is in the bracket now and 3 is out of the bracket. So even if we change the order of those groupings, the answer will still remain the same. The product will still remain the same. Let's do this. So 6 into 5 is equal to 30. And so this answer will also be 30, right? So that's why even if we change the order of the grouping, the product will still remain the same. The product means the answer of this question. The answer of the multiplication question is called the product. Okay, so I hope you understand all these properties. Okay, let's recap once. Okay, so multiplication by 1. So let's multiply any number. Let's multiply a number by 1. For example, let's multiply 365 into 1. The answer will still be 365. So 1 is called the multiplicative identity. Okay, this. multiplication by 0. So let's multiply a number by 0. 365 into 0. The answer will be 0. So if we do any multiplication problem, how big it is, if there is a 0, the answer will be 0. Okay? So now this one, communicative property. That means even if we change the order of the grouping, the answer will still remain the same. So look, we changed it. 6 is here, 2 is here, and the answer will still be 12. Okay? So associative property, we learned it now. So 12 times 2 is equal to 24. And let's change the order now. Okay? So the answer will still be 24. So even if we change the order of the grouping, it will still be the same. Communicative means 3 numbers, only 2 numbers, and associative means we use 3 numbers. Okay? So even if we change the grouping of these numbers, the product will still remain the same. I hope you understand properties of multiplication. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching Chitko's Classroom.